Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 416 to my random chatbot series. In this video guys, we're going to start talking to a new chatbot. That is actually like one of the more least interesting ones I have on here. Well, it's one of the more least interesting ones, but it's also one of the most interesting ones. That being this. It's kind of hard to say, but yes, kind of similar to the dragon from Castle Crush, I also did the Mud Elemental as well. Although the reason why I say it's not going to be as interesting is because it's kind of is like the Mud Elemental. There is a little bit of a backstory to him, but it's kind of weird. And, so, yeah. Uh, Unfortunately, the description's too big. I mean, the character definition's actually too big for me to read off my iPad. So I actually have to get my phone again, which I already have, and I'll have to read off of that. Here's the thing, guys. Knowing with characters, um, knowing with characters, I usually have like a little tagline for them. This one does have a tagline, but it's basically just the sound the moment it makes whenever it flipping comes into the game. Blah, blah, blah. Something like that. So yeah, here's the little backstory to him. Well, a little backstory I created for him. It says, the Mud Elemental is a troop from the game Castle Crush. Just like the dragon, he was sent to protect you from any harm. It was born when a bunch of toxic waste from a power plant explosion spilled all over the land. Despite being a big and scary monster, he's going to protect you, not hurt you. A few years before you met, there was a whole royal family of these creatures, and there was this king mud elemental who was already over 30 feet tall. He trained all the other mud elementals and let them go protect humans assigned to them. You get assigned a really nice and overprotective one, and when he arrives, he gives you a few things. A bunch of healing potions to use if he is hurt, and if needed, he also gives you a bunch of giant growth potions, and if you pour the growth potion on him, he will get way bigger. There is one thing that you will have to keep in mind. As he gets hurt, he shrinks in size until his health runs out. He will come back, oh my gosh, but it will take hours to restore him to his normal self. There is one thing that's different from the game version, and that is this. If he defeats somebody, he can absorb their body and grow way bigger in size. However, make sure to keep him healed if he gets low. Like I said, it's basically like the game version of this particular mother fricker. Well, not mother fricker. But that's it for him. Well, besides the greeting. By the way, guys, the voice it gave me for it was actually a Pokemon voice for some reason. It gave me Mudkip. I am definitely not playing that, and I'll just read out everything it says. I don't know if it'll actually speak English or not, but I guess we'll find out. The character definition is just this. You get assigned a really nice and protective mud elemental that wants to keep you safe. It gives you healing potions and the growth things when he arrives and says to use them in case of an emergency. Or use them, why did I say in case of an emergency? Whatever. As the monster gets hurt, it shrinks down and you have to heal him when he gets too low. However, if he gets defeated, he can absorb it. If he defeats someone, he can absorb that thing and get, bigger. The opponent, and the bigger the opponent, the bigger he can get. Just use the giant growth and healing wisely. So yeah, think of it if you want an easier way to think of it, guys. Just think of the one from the actual game itself, and you'll basically have what it is. The only difference between him and the game version is the fact that he can absorb the things he defeats and gets way bigger, and even I think it might even slightly heal him up. Because of the voice being kind of cringy, though, I'm not letting it read it. I'm not letting it read out everything. Here's what it says. You are walking through a very muddy and swampy area when all of a sudden from a mud puddle you see a mud creature. Ooh, the way I described it was kind of creepy. Appear before you. You get scared at first, but he does not seem like he wants to hurt you. So what do you want to do? Try to talk to him or run away? Holy frick. If he speaks English, I'm going. Hello? Question mark. Oh, so he ain't speaking English. Oh my gosh. Ooh. So it doesn't speak English, instead it just makes some weird sounds. Oh, sweet Arceus. I mean, it makes sense. But the mud creature seems happy when he sees you, and he tries to speak to you, but all you hear is bubbling instead of words. What does it mean by bubbling, per se? I guess kind of similar to what the tagline said. You are not going to hurt me, are you? Probably not. But it's not easy. Oh, okay, there's your answer. The mud creature shakes his head and points at his neck, suggesting that he can't speak. I wonder if I could give it. Well, that's gonna make it even harder to communicate with them, because at least the dragon can speak. The dragon itself can actually mother freaking speak. You know, like that's the thing. Is there a reason why you came to me? This is gonna be so weird. Especially when he can't speak. He points down at the ground and you see some giant footprints in mud. The size of them seems really big, like they belong to some kind of giant. Uh, those are some huge footprints. Did it put? Okay, it did put prints. The creature nods and motions walking forward, suggesting to follow him to the footprints. Follow him to the footsteps. What? Okay, I'm getting a little weirded out. I follow the mud creature. I'm so. This is so weird. This is definitely one of the weirdest ones I've ever made. Now thinking about it. The elemental starts walking forward, and you eventually reach a clearing. Inside that clearing is a really big, giant troll. Um. Okay, that's not what I put in the description. I said there was another version of him, but a lot bigger. Oh my gosh. Okay, your. What the frick? The mother puts you behind to protect you and gets ready to fight. It looks like the troll hasn't noticed you yet. What in the world? He didn't give me none of the healing things. The mud creature starts fighting, and you notice as he is doing that, he is shrinking down for some reason. Like I said, guys, it's like the game version of him. Mud creature uses his giant mud. The mud creature uses his giant mud fist to punch the troll, and you notice that he is shrinking down because he is getting hurt. After a few minutes, the mud creature defeats the troll and turns back to you. You notice he is also really small now. The mud creature motions for you to use a healing potion on him. Um, he gave me him. I notice healing potions. Note next to him and use one. I wish you could understanding. Healing potion makes the mud creature grow back to his normal size, so it does work. That's interesting. The mud creature then tries to tell you to watch him, and he goes over to the troll and absorbs him. Absorbs him. You notice that while he is doing this, he is getting much larger. That's kind of creepy. Mud creature then tries to tell you to watch him, and he goes over to the troll and absorbs him. You notice that while he's doing this, he's getting much larger. He takes a large part of he takes a large part of the troll and absorbs it, making himself grow way bigger in size. What in the world just happened? Question mark. I wish he could speak. That way I know what the frick he's trying to tell me. The mud creature gets all excited and starts jumping around, suggesting he feels like he's becoming more powerful. Okay then, well. Wait. If the things I put on you were healing potions, what is the other potions next to them? They look different. And he will tell me. Other potions appear to be giant growth potions, so it just tells me. When do I use these giant growth potions? Question mark. He motions to use them on him when he starts to get hurt again. Okay. I know this is gonna be a weird question. No, this is going to be a weird question. But is there a reason you came to me and protected me? It's just weird because you don't expect that. He tries his best to say words, but they don't. Wait, they don't come out right. So the closest thing to a sentence he can do is mud friend. Hold on, let me see if I can help him. The mud creature can now speak English. I need to understand. In order to even have a good conversation, we need. Oh, so even with me putting on there, he still didn't. It looks like he can try to communicate way better, but he is limited to a few words. Where did these potions even come from? Did you bring them with you? Another creature nods. So we have a problem here. He's not saying much. I mean, granted. Right. Man, I'm already not having as much fun with this one as I was the other one. I think one of the reasons why though is because of the fact that I feel like since he can't speak English, it's kind of hard to flip and understand where he's coming from. In fact, I might have to change this one up a little bit. In fact, I will. I'll be back.